What up? What up? What up? Why do I always say what up? What up? What up?
Well, what
That
you
is that.
What up? What up? What up?
Is that like old of me?
Yeah,
Like it is.
1975,
Damn.
right?
So I gotta come with something new.
It's aging you like your beard.
Ooh,
Damn, I gotta get the cocoa brown.
No,
I gotta
no, not brown.
Huh?
She came light black.
Nah, I gotta get the cocoa brown in there. Nah, but
Light black.
welcome to the podcast, Detox Podcast, where it's pretty much a podcast about nothing and everything at the same time.
Same
Hey, right.
That sounds about right?
Sounds about right.
We're gonna talk about a little bit of everything, and then it's not nothing in particular, not nothing specific. Let me first shout out everybody that's been that's just been supporting. I said this earlier on my Instagram that I didn't expect to have the kind of support that we got. I don't know why, but I just didn't expect it, and I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying? I feel honored to have this opportunity, and now she got me. No, see that she got me all subconscious, like about leaning into the mic. That's just my natural. You know what I'm saying? Lean into the mic. You know. Anyway, all right. So you know what? I think I got too much estrogen in the room now. It's too many of y'all in here.
Too much.
I didn't. This dynamic is kind of weird now.
This is a man's dream.
Yes. Don't you wait? You in the middle?
Right?
Like a snake.
Okay.
Look at his face.
Two beautiful women.
You right?
Okay.
Cheers.
Hey, look.
Cheers.
Look.
You got to do the damn thing.
All right, so let's get right into it. We're gonna start it off early. Now, a friend of mine, she reached out and she said, "How do I feel about how men feel when their women make more money than them?"
Mm.
And for me, and I'm trying not to. I'm trying to censor myself a little bit now because somebody told me I was being chauvinistic a little bit, which it's about to go completely chauvinistic. I'm telling y'all now.
Okay.
I don't think the problem is a woman making more than a man, like the way he feels, or if he feel, what's the word, ostracized, or if he feel bad about her doing that. I don't think it's the fact that she make more money than him. I think it's probably how she treats him because she makes more money than him. Now, for me, and y'all might not feel this way, but I'm a man's man, right? So I'm the dude that believe that a man should go out, bring home the bacon, provide for his family and all that. That's how I live my life. That's the driving force behind me. I want to be that one to provide. I want to go out there, kill the bear, bring home the meat and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So the thing is, if you take that away from me, then I'm bitter because I can't do it.
Okay.
But if you do it in a way where I can still feel like the king, then I'm good.
So how are you gonna feel like the king?
Yeah.
Answer
What do you mean?
How are you gonna feel like the king? Okay, so how do you feel? Do you think it's okay?
For a woman to make more than a man?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think a woman could make whatever. Just don't treat me like I'm not the head.
Are you gonna be the
Are
housewife?
you okay with that still?
If she
Look,
doesn't
house
treat
husband.
me,
I mean, she's
Nah, if she
out
does-
there.
if a woman don't treat me as if she makes more than me,
Mhm.
then I'm okay.
Yeah,
But if you're
fine.
blatantly, and I think that's the problem. I think the problem is for men, we're accustomed to making more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we make more, I don't feel like there's a complex that comes along with it. But when the wife make more than you, or your girlfriend or whoever, sometimes there might be a weird way that she handles that. Like in her head, it's almost
Well,
like
she just wants to be the man, and maybe she's not the right one. Because to me, she want to wear the pants.
Right.
She need to either be with some little sissy or I'm sorry.
Nah, you
Sissy.
talking about me using old words. That's an old
not
word.
sissy per se, just a man that will accept that her being the dominant one. So he's a little more submissive when. Not saying that women are submissive, but normally in our role, we are a little submissive to our men, but that's expected. he's taking care of home.
That's
Right.
right.
But when the tables turn and she's doing it, it takes a strong man to handle it. It really does. You're okay with it for the most part, as long as she's not making you feel less of a man.
I'm going to say this. There was a time that it was brought to me that my wife was making more than me. I immediately went and got a second job.
You did.
Yeah.
So then you're not okay with
But
it.
it was.
You
It was.
said you was okay with
I
it.
know you're not okay
You're
with
not
it.
okay with it.
I'm not okay with it. See,
You're not.
this is breakthrough. This is like therapy.
You're not okay.
Maybe I wasn't okay with it.
No,
Oh man, maybe I wasn't okay because my mentality though, it has always been you're not gonna outwork me with anything, not just with her, just in general. If I'm at a regular 9 to 5, you're just not gonna outwork me. Like when I went to the last job that I'm punching a clock at, which is the job I have now. When I started there, in a year, I got promoted like 2 times. And that was because in my head, you're not gonna outwork me. So whether that's wrong or right, that's just how I present. Like I'm gonna work hard, and I'm gonna work harder than any of you. That's what's gonna be in my head. Even if I'm not outworking you, in my head, I'm striving to outwork everybody.
But you're a good man because nowadays these men looking for the position that you say you don't like. They want to be the house husband. They want the woman to make more, drop you off in your car at work, and
see, the thing is, I don't know that I can just sit back and not do anything, because I'm always going to be thinking, what if you walk away, right? You're the one that's making the money. You're the one with a good job. You're the one that got insurance. Then.
So how do you think the woman feels when the man walks away? And she.
I'm a prime example of that.
That's my thing is y'all are built different though. I feel like women are built different. I think
we are built different.
I think y'all.
We're built different, but I'll be honest. I am a victim of that.
A victim?
A victim.
Is that the word that we want to use?
Yes, I was a victim of him being the sole provider.
Okay.
I allowed that. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I did.
You don't have to be sorry. That's not a bad thing.
And he totally walked out and left me for another woman. So here's the thing. We are built different, but I was not prepared.
Oh yeah. Well, but
because that has nothing to do with him being the sole provider, him falling for somebody else and leaving you. That has nothing to do with you not working, you sitting at home taking care of the kids,
that too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So no, that's something different. He got off into something different, not because you sat at home and took care of the house.
Well, that is the word. That's the word.
That's what he said?
Yes, because I didn't work.
Wait, what? But that's how he wanted it, though. I'm sure he wanted it like that.
There was a time that's what I wanted. Wait,
real quick.
For my family.
They like to blame the women for their misdoings. To make it like it's your fault, but it wasn't your fault.
Right.
But that's a
different
topic. That's exactly what that was. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
So, for a long time, I was the only one working, but I wanted it that way. I wanted when my kids got home, for their mom to be at home, do all that. So for years, maybe it wasn't years, maybe it was only 1 or 2 years, but she was at home. And I was okay with that. I was okay with doing everything financially. But it became a point in her life when she felt like, okay, this is not enough anymore. Mm-hmm. Which, once again, I was like, okay, cool. If that's what you want to do. Got back out in the workforce and started working. I'm okay with either one. I'm not a dude that's going to be mad about a woman making tons of money, and I'm not the dude that is mad about a woman not making a whole lot of money. I think I'm in the point of my life now though where I don't like bums. Does that make sense? I mean, you know, they know who they are.
I don't think that's the proper word.
A bum know who they are. A bum knows she's a bum.
That's not the woman you got in your house, though. You would not have a bum.
But sometimes you don't know it's a bum until you.
No, you should know.
Okay,
by now.
so I've met. Let me not say that.
Don't
Okay, there's
say
women
it.
out there, right?
Say it.
That this one, like there's women out there that they. I don't like when women ask for stuff. That's what I mean by a bum, right? So if you
I thought
You
closed
like
mouths
a
don't get
woman
fed.
who asks for stuff, that's
Don't-
a bum.
Yeah.
don't ask me for things like you always asking for stuff. Like I notice stuff, right? So if I notice you like getting your nails done, right?
Mhm.
And I notice that your nails are not done, I say, hey babe, let me treat you to getting your nails done.
Okay.
But I don't really want you if we're not together like that, like I'm just now getting to know you, we're just now dating. I don't want you to be like, hey, can you get my nails done?
I thought closed mouths don't get fed. Once again, let's recount on that.
Right.
I mean, I kind of understand what you're saying only because the times we're in now.
Mhm.
But back in the day, a man would love for a woman to ask, get my nails done, get my hair
I'm
done,
gonna
and they're not even close yet. I speak from experience. It was nothing.
Right? They done messed the
Nothing.
whole
Well, hey,
game
look.
up.
Because he knew at some point
Uh-huh.
he was going to ask me for something, and he expected me to say yes. So how do
Absolutely.
you? Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Yes.
guess what?
And I'm not a bum.
That's why.
Hey.
No. Hold on.
I'm
saying-
saying, but
I'm
I'm just
saying,
going back to what
look,
you said.
Look, I can't get into details of certain things, but as I told y'all, I gotta live out in these streets. The Detox podcast. But I don't like when I'm saying, but like bums beg, they just beg. I don't want you to always be begging me for stuff.
So do your peers feel the same way?
Like my fellas, the other fellas I know,
Mhm.
I think so. I think we all feel like we don't beg me for stuff all the time. Like, let me get like I love giving gifts. That my favorite thing in the world. My kids, everybody will tell you, Dad don't care so much about what it is. He just won't care about. I care about seeing your face when you see what it is I gave you.
Oh,
Because
that's
I take pride in picking stuff out. I like to think I know people,
Mhm.
so I take pride in what I pick out. And for what, like for example, this is gonna sound corny as hell, but we as a gift exchange, they gave me a at work they gave me a gift certificate for a facial. Most people would be like, dude, why are you excited about a facial? Because I've been saying for a long time, I go get my pedicure. Sometimes I get the manicure. I believe that men need to take care of themselves more because I feel like women, y'all take care of yourselves, go to the hair salon, stuff like that. And we don't. And we got so much pressure on us and we never get a chance to relax. So when they gave me that, I was like, damn, y'all was really listening.
Aw.
Like y'all really was listening and y'all realized that he would appreciate a facial. So even though that is probably the gayest thing a straight man could say,
You going to get you a facial?
So
I'm
if
going
you're
to get a
getting to
facial.
know, if you're getting to know a female and she mentions certain things and you're listening,
Mhm.
wouldn't it be nice to get her something that she's mentioning?
Absolutely, but don't ask me for it.
Don't ask.
Don't ask
Don't
me for it.
ask. Don't ask.
Now, this
know
is the
what?
thing to the
That is
ladies.
so
Hold on, to the
wrong.
ladies out there. If you're not asking and he's still not doing, then he's not the one. That's the point. If there's clearly a need, and a man is in your life and he's not fulfilling that need,
That's the
then you
problem.
need to get rid of him.
You're right.
Yeah.
Hands down. So the
You're
thing
right.
is, if you have to show him everything, you're gonna have to show him everything forever.
But
Period.
it's okay that we ask.
Right. 'Cause
Every-
I'm gonna ask for what
I
I
get what
want.
you're saying about constantly asking. That will get annoying.
Annoying.
But we can ask.
Oh,
You might not realize that I just need to get my nails done or my toes done or my hair because you think it looks good already.
Right.
But
Mm-hmm.
I just want to do that. I want to make myself feel special. So I'm a
Maybe-
bum for asking.
Maybe y'all should trick me.
Trick you.
Yeah, trick me into doing it.
Well,
like,
oh,
like,
so
like,
you
like,
play
like,
games
no,
now.
not games necessarily, but
it's pretty much a game.
no, but like, trick me in the way of like, oh man, I really need to get my nails
So
done.
you want her
Well,
to
that's
be
like
conniving.
asking.
Huh?
What's the
So you
difference?
want
Yeah.
her to be conniving.
Right.
That's what trick is.
No,
Well,
not
that's a whole other
conniving.
That's what
story.
it is.
Shoot.
Okay, look, when I used to, when I used to eat a lot on a plate, like if you put 10 pounds of food on a plate, I try to eat all of it.
Right.
But if you put a half a pound of food on the plate, I'm still going to eat that half a pound. I'm going to be satisfied regardless, right? So if you put a half a pound on a smaller plate, it looks like it's full. You're tricking me, but ultimately it's good for me. You get what I'm saying?
No,
it's good.
no,
it's good.
no,
it's good.
no,
Just trick me
no,
from now on.
Like,
So ladies out there,
Trick
your
him.
man.
All right, so here's the
Trick
trick.
your man.
Here's your trick,
Trick.
right here.
Right.
On Detox.
On
Here's your trick.
Detox.
All you
So
gotta do
ladies-
is trick him.
So ladies, hit him in the DM
So-
and be like, by the way, I think I want my nails done. You know?
yo, I
But
done
I'm
got
not
so
sure. What do you think?
I done got so many nails done, all changes, cell phone bills.
Yes.
But did you
But-
get, so you're saying that to say what? Like you didn't get what you wanted after
No.
Okay.
See, See, it's never really about what I want.
Then why don't you do it all the time? Why is she a bum for always asking?
Right. You knew she needed it.
Not
Nah.
what?
You knew she
No.
needed these things, so why
Some
did she
women,
even have
some
to
of y'all
ask?
don't need it. Y'all just
That's the tricking. You said you wanted to be tricked.
Right.
There you have it.
He don't know
This-
what
this-
he wants.
this
He don't
one
know
right here?
what he wants.
Yeah, this-
Because you
Oh, my
confusing
God.
me.
hey, look.
At
Okay,
first,
back to the question of a woman making more money than a man.
Can I touch on a little story?
Yeah,
So
man.
back in the day,
Mhm.
I was with a man. I was well taken care of, the kids, everybody. We all lived wonderfully.
Mhm.
I didn't work because I didn't have to.
Mhm.
And when I wanted to, I did. And it wasn't a problem. It was never, ever a problem. Things happened. Times changed. He wasn't able to provide like he was able to.
Mhm.
I was working. I was doing the best that I could to keep this household together.
mm-hmm.
Never belittling him.
Preach.
Never making him feel less of a man. Because in my eyes, you were still that man.
Right.
That man.
Oh my
Mhm.
God.
But because he was so used to taking care of home
Mhm.
and providing for, everything, everybody's wants and needs,
Mm-hmm.
it made him feel very, very bad. And he despised me.
Yeah.
And the treatment was horrible. Horrible.
Right.
And I thought I was doing my
And the-
part because all those years you took care of us.
Mhm.
Everything.
right.
Right.
Things changed and now I had to be the sole provider. But you made me feel like shit. Like you made me feel bad for paying the light bill, paying the rent, not rent, mortgage, paying the insurance, and doing all of this and still loving you. But you made me feel bad because what?
Okay, see the thing is about that. One of the biggest problems we have as black men is we don't talk and we don't communicate our true feelings, right? So we sit there and we hold everything inside and it's balled up and then it builds and it builds. And the thing is, he wasn't really angry at you. He was angry at his situation.
Right.
You were just the physical manifestation of the situation. You were in front of him. You were the only one that was there that he can lash out at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like when your woman go to work or when your significant other go to work and they have a hard day and they come home and they're still mad about work and you catch the attitude because you're the only one standing in front of them at that point. You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily feel like he was necessarily mad at you. He was just mad at the situation and didn't know how to deal with the with the problem. Like he didn't know how to compartmentalize you loving wife or significant other or whatever and the real issue that I'm having, and that comes from therapy. I tell people all the time, you got to go talk to somebody.
Right.
It's so
truly believe
and
that.
in these days it's so easy because I think people feel that mental health is only dealing with when you go crazy, like you extreme.
You needed it.
And it's not. You know, you can just go talk. Like I got a friend of mine, his name is Russell. I call him Uncle Russ, but he is one of the few men, like I can count on one hand and I'll still have fingers left over, men that have seen me cry. And he's one of them. Because when you get to a point where everything feels like you're about to break, if you don't, as a man, if you don't have another man that you can go talk to, that has somewhat walked through that path, or they've been through a lot and they can relate to what you're going through, it's tough. And he could relate to me because he had been through some of the same things that I was going through. So, you know, we have to talk to somebody, and maybe your guy didn't have that person to talk to that he can really confide in and be like, you know what, this is what I'm going through and I'm hurting, you know, because I've had moments.
So many relationships have been, you know, I think could be saved with counseling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I really believe in it, because you learn a lot from about yourself, about your spouse. Even with kids, it's a good thing to take your kids to counseling when they went through a divorce or anything, because it helps you. It really do help. I needed it.
You know what else too? You don't even really know yourself until you really go sit down with somebody and start unpacking some of the crap that you got inside.
How many of you guys believe in premarital counseling?
I do.
Absolutely.
I had that.
You do.
I think it only makes sense for you to sit down and just, especially if you have different fundamental differences, because what I'm seeing now is that sometimes you have fundamental differences that absolutely cannot be worked out, and when you have those, it's good to know about them in the front end rather than in the back end. So because then what you end up with is a relationship that started off with you not knowing that it was rocky. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I had premarital counseling, and unfortunately, I don't think it was the right kind, because it was premarital counseling with a group, and then the person who gave it to us was a divorcee. So I always felt, and then you gotta understand, I attended New Birth, and that's what it was, and it was a group of people, like other couples. We all went to premarital counseling, and it was from a lady who had been divorced. And I always kept saying, what is she going to teach us? She going to teach us to get a divorce? No. And it just wasn't. But
she might know what she.
Yeah,
she might have learned.
Well, we see the end result.
You can't. You can't say that.
We see the end result.
You can't say that because
she completed her job.
Look, I say this, man. Now that I'm on the other side of a marriage, I say that you are exactly where you're supposed to be, because ultimately there's a plan for your life, right? And sometimes most of the time we don't like the plan. We plan for ourselves and everything. No one ever makes a plan and say, okay, I'm going to do this step this year, this step next year, and then in 2022 I'm going to take an L. I'm going to have a huge loss that year, and then in 2023 I'm going to be back on.
Nobody says that.
Nobody plans like that, but the reality is those things happen, and when they happen, you have to adjust and know how to deal with them. So with marriage, what happens is, or any relationship that there's ultimately a loss at the end, you have to then take stock of yourself and say, okay, what am I learning from this? Like, what is it that I'm supposed to learn? What is it that I'm supposed to take from this, so that moving forward, I can be that much better in my next thing?
And that opens me up to a question. So, how long do a person supposed to, or what's a proper time to get involved with someone after a divorce or after a significant other passes away? So what is a sane time?
I don't think that you can really put a time limit on it, because you'll know. You don't want. Well, we all know we don't hop into.
So you're saying,
the old thing. No.
How long would you, before a relationship? I'm not talking about dates. I'm talking about relationship commitments. I'm gonna do this all over again. How long do you wait before you do a commitment?
I don't think you can. I don't think you can put a time on it. No. I think you definitely need to. Okay, I can tell you from a male's perspective. you definitely need to go out there and get your rocks off once or twice.
Wait.
Once or twice.
What if you
Go
don't
ahead.
want to get your rocks
Get-
off?
Get your rocks off once or twice. I'm just being
Okay,
real with
so-
you. And be careful.
Okay.
And be
That's
careful.
So how
No.
soon after the divorce or after the separation do you go get your rocks off?
How soon?
Yeah,
Do you remember? Do you recall
Huh?
how long it was?
because
What you
I'm
mean?
not a time stamp right now.
See,
I've been, you know, I don't have that urge.
huh?
I don't have that urge.
The
So
urge
I'm
to
trying
do
to
what?
go get my rocks off, if you say.
Well, you're different. That's why I said for men,
For men,
you need to just go ahead and get your rocks
So
off
I need a
once or
woman's
twice.
perspective of how long do a woman
There-
wait and how long do you go
It's
for
not
it?
you can't put a time on it because every woman is different. And every situation is different because some women might say, fuck it, shit, I'm going out that night because he's gone, it's over, whatever. I'm gonna fuck somebody else.
My whole thing
But-
is I tried to go out at night but it just never works. Like
Because
I be
it
having a
wasn't your
plan.
time. It wasn't your
I
time.
be trying
Yeah,
to
you-
plan.
You got to plan what?
I be trying to plan it. You know?
A what?
Plan what? Having sex or?
Well,
Yeah, it sounds
I mean, that's not bad. I mean,
That's
have
not
a
the kind of
plan.
sex
I
you
mean,
need after a breakup like that. You
What
Yeah.
kind
need
of sex do you need
You
after
need
a
that.
breakup?
You need
Talk
the
to me.
breakup. You after
What kind of sex do you need?
Talk
the
to me.
time where it
Let me
don't
know
matter.
kind
You
of
don't
sex.
even know his name. It doesn't matter. You just
Ace
need
is
to get
strong
some shit.
Right now, I'm scared.
How about as strong
You don't
as
have
that's a
to
rock
be
right
Shit.
here.
Sometimes you just need that. It's nothing you think about. It's nothing you plan. It's just something that happens. So if
So
you
okay, so because I feel like I'm new to this and I'm like
Mhm.
trying some new stuff. Like what do you do?
well, first of all,
You just
I
meet
don't know
people.
your background, so I can't really.
So what do
Tell
you do?
But what?
'Cause I don't want my
I-
body count to get high, you know.
What's wrong with
You
that?
grown. Once you grown, you don't have a body
Right,
count no more. You
just-
have
Oh,
Stop
it's a
coming.
recycle.
You
Three
have
partners.
That old thing that you still think about sometimes, and he still thinks
Hello.
about you. And you
Nobody's
say
done that yet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Not-
well, you-
it's
yeah,
been
well,
you
then-
had that old thing that was sitting there telling my girl, why you got married to him? You know you needed me.
Somebody.
I
who
just,
you go
and that's
always a few of those.
that's the funny thing.
That's who you
It's
go
nobody who I just be want to be like, you know what? Let me hit you up. Let's come on. You know, nothing.
Well, you just might be a little too good.
No, because it's just like I be wanting.
This way.
I guess I be wanting some crazy stuff.
You want crazy though?
You want that house and kids.
Are you trying to say?
The whole everything? You want that marriage again?
No.
You sure?
Time out.
All right.
Exit
Well,
on
then
that
go
one.
have some fun. What you waiting for?
I don't
You waiting for a time. You waiting for somebody to tell you a time.
Yes.
How long do
Like, how long do you-
before?
So it's no time.
No. I know what she's waiting on.
personal.
What
I
I'm
know she's
on.
waiting on. It's okay. you wait on somebody to tell you it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. You
There
can go have fun.
Yeah, go have fun.
You can go
Go
have
have
fun.
fun.
I can go have
That's
fun.
Go have fun.
that's what
That
you
was
ain't on.
perfect.
It's-
That was
Yeah.
perfect. Okay.
It's okay.
Y'all, he
Do
said
it.
it's okay. Hey. I got the okay,
Hey, but look.
y'all.
And look, but talking more about men feeling, I guess, just feeling like less than a man. Okay, what's the point in bed that, and maybe I need more dudes in here on this one, but what's the point in bed that it's too much? No, it's perfect for a woman, because check this out. For y'all, what would be the thing if a man asked you to do, you would look at him sideways? This is Atlanta we living in. And the reason I'm asking this is because I know a young lady that she walked in with her man in the bed with another man. But it gets worse. Like a week or two later, her sister walked in and her man was in bed with another man. Totally different
Wait.
men.
But sisters?
Right. So I was like, what do y'all have that both of y'all fell for dudes that were in the closet? And my thing is, are there signs when you're in bed with a man that would then make you say, wait a minute.
There's things you can
So
do.
no,
to find
no. But
out.
check this out. But my thing is, when does having fun and experimenting cross the line into
Well,
this is
yeah.
what
I
you
was always
prefer.
taught the married bed,
Mhm.
you can do whatever. Like everything. Anything,
Okay.
everything. Anything
So
he
get
wants,
this.
anything she wants.
Get this. So, married bed.
Yeah.
He
Wait,
wants you
I
to
never
get a
heard of
dildo and hit him off in the ass.
That's my husband. I'm gonna give him what he want, but I'm
So
gonna
But
let him
doesn't that make
find
him?
what
But
he
well,
wants.
so what does that make him?
Listen,
Though?
we married.
Oh,
It says
Okay,
in
but-
the marriage, give him what he wants.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
Give your man what he wants, but I will be looking and thinking.
Hey, look,
sideways.
let's get away from that. Let's get away from that because I don't want to go down that road
You
with
know
you.
what's the divorce man?
Yes, because
wait. No, that is not right.
Listen.
That is not
No,
right.
this is my new marriage.
Wait.
My old marriage, I was against everything. Like, oh no. But my new marriage, I'm gonna
you
give
open?
him what he wants. If he wants that, I'm gonna give him what he wants.
All right then.
So-
Okay.
giving him
So-
that, it will keep him from going out and getting Steve.
Right.
Hello.
Yes.
I mean,
I mean, is he still gonna go get Steve
Don.
after you?
Gary, it don't matter.
I don't know. See, I don't know.
And I want to be
just
clear.
want to do the right thing.
Let's-
in
You
let's-
my
want to do the
marriage.
right thing by making him happy.
But
Let's be clear.
If it's a
Doing
man
things
that I'm
that-
just seeing and we just kicking it, it's a problem.
Okay, so
You
let's
can't
be.
do that.
What's the? Well, no. Not
You can't get
to
out.
take away from the marriage, but what's the difference?
Because that's what they say in the Bible. The marriage bed is you can do whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
And I'm
No, you
totally
can't
not
do whatever.
questioning the Bible.
So
Whatever.
I am totally not
If he
questioning
said
the
the
Bible.
if he said
Whatever.
the Bible, come in here, you gonna do whatever.
So
For somebody that don't know the Bible.
Wait a minute, what she say?
If he said your mama kind of looking good, bring her in here. You gonna do that?
In the marriage bed.
hello,
That's
it's the
not
marriage
what the
bed.
Bible says. It just says.
It says
Jesus
whatever.
said bring other
We
men.
said whatever.
Oh God, see this thing right here.
You gotta be literal. Okay, so no, but my thing is,
Y'all know
what
I'm
if it's
playing.
not? What if it's not so extreme? What if it's something that is just it's a little borderline?
Okay.
Like, is
Okay.
there?
Give me an
Can I
idea.
ask
Mhm.
a man?
Mhm.
So, a man that likes his breasts,
Played with,
yeah,
licked on?
yeah.
What about that?
Is that gay?
Oh, is that?
Oh, I'm not. That's not gay at all.
No.
I'm all for that.
That's not gay.
Hello. I'm
But
all
I
for
feel
that.
But I be
Huh?
feeling gay touching them
Right.
though. I be
Right.
like,
Like a chicken on titties.
Huh?
That's not cool. Cause sorry.
So-
So,
You
That's
like
fine.
that? Oh.
I like that.
Cause I used to always think that.
That clarifies,
More for that.
clarifies a lot. Because I wondered about that.
I used to
one,
always
like,
think that too. Like
What?
when a man be like, squeeze.
Let me tell you
them.
something.
Like,
Hard. I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
Yo,
Oh,
That
Jesus.
gets you there. Hello.
no. Okay. All
I
right. Now I know.
Now
Thank
I
you,
know.
Detox.
mean,
Thank you,
look,
Detox.
look.
Now I know.
The thing about it is, things like that is cool. I just think my uncomfortable part is anything concerning my ass. Just either rubbing my ass, slapping my ass,
So
anything
you have a
concerning my
problem
ass.
with that? 'Cause I
It's
like to rub
uncomfortable.
it.
It's uncomfortable.
I
Like,
might even put my hand down there to see if you got that light. Got that light. You know what I'm saying? You might be.
That nigga spread them
Right, you know what I'm saying?
legs. That means he's really about that.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
Look, a lot of dudes is real comfortable with getting their ass ate. I'm not. You know what I'll say?
Wait a minute. What do you?
Savage.
See, I don't want.
I don't know because I've never had it done because I'm so uncomfortable
Okay.
with being around my butt. Like it's not comfortable.
I can imagine a man boot. How do you get to the butt?
What you mean?
Like, am he
Wait.
gonna boot up in my face?
I don't know.
But you like it, so how did he do it?
What? I ain't no
That's definitely going on Instagram. I'm clipping that. I'm clipping that shit.
Ain't no butt.
No, I'm not saying eating the butt, but you said that you would go down there, you would play with it.
No.
So-
yeah.
No, she says you reach around,
Reach
see if you got that
around,
life.
you know, like,
Okay, how did he feel when you did that?
I ain't never had nobody let me do that.
Oh shit! So who the
I be touching
around?
butts. I touch butts, but you know, you get close and you know, because they be like,
Hey,
stop
hey,
playing.
hey.
We
Don't do
good
that.
with because if
What
you
are
say
you doing?
I'm like, okay then.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I like that.
Yeah, what are you
Don't
doing?
try that.
Stop
But
that.
wait.
Now, on the other hand,
So what about the tank?
Huh?
The tank, they right there below
the
right,
balls.
and right there by the.
no, I
Is
mean,
that an issue?
I like y'all staying around the balls region. You can stay around the
They
balls
say the tank
region.
is very close to the.
Is that called a tank? I thought it was called a gooch, or is that on women only?
That's the gooch. The gooch.
I
What's
thought
the
the gooch.
gooch?
Hey, somebody look this shit. Ain't the
What is
gooch?
the gooch?
The place. Look up the gooch, please. I thought that's
I
what
thought
it was
it
called.
was the tank.
Gooch.
Nah, it's
How do you
called the
spell
gooch.
it?
What did, okay,
Ah,
listen.
hell
That
if
lets
I
you
know.
know I'm not part of the.
This saves the Siri. She'll know how to spell. Yeah,
Call it
but
gooch for
but-
me, Siri.
you know, like people introduce butt bees, they introduce all this stuff. I mean, to each his
I don't
own.
think the butt beads are for y'all though.
No, but some men do use them though.
What? That's a different man.
Yeah,
That's a different
Huh?
man.
that ain't one I'm trying to find.
The gooch, this is a patch of skin between your balls and the butt.
Right.
Okay,
It's
so
the
is
gooch.
there
I know,
another
right?
name for it?
Argumentably, it is the smelliest, filthiest, and misunderstood
Oh, I'm
crevice
not going
in
to the
all
gooch.
human anatomy.
Hey.
I'm not going to the gooch.
On most men, but myself,
Smell
I
like
take
butt.
good care, gooch care.
You carry your gooch?
I got shampoo. You shampoo your gooch.
Somebody being by your gooch.
You gotta shampoo your gooch. You just out here wilding if you don't shampoo your gooch. Is all I'm saying.
You use shampoo or soap?
You shampoo or
I
something?
mean, it's here down there.
Oh
I
God.
don't
You
recall.
All right, let's move on.
You got a monkey down there.
Oh God, this thing
Oh,
is
the
a
gooch. That's what
turn
it's called. I
for
know,
the
'cause
words.
I thought it was the tank. My fault.
Jesus
See, that's what
Christ.
you know about me.
The tank.
Oh
Okay.
God,
I wonder why they
So-
call it the tank.
so funny. But
So for you, that's a no.
That's an off.
right. But
Okay.
I will say this, and y'all can judge me if you want. I have, however, wondered what the feeling is that a man have when he's milked. Now you know what milking is, right? You know what that is?
Teach
Now,
me.
milk-
Teach me.
Now milking is
Teach
when
me.
anybody can do it. I guess a man or a woman, but whichever you prefer, you put your finger into the ass and you play with, what is that thing that you get checked?
Why are you asking me?
Wait,
Your prostate?
Prostate.
Whoa.
Oh my
You
God.
kind of massage the prostate, and supposedly you ejaculate as a man more than you have ever in your entire life.
Okay, but
Oh.
what about
So when you read that, right, it's like a G spot for men.
Oh.
So the thing is, when
Put
you
that on
read
my
that
notes.
and you say to yourself, you do what? It make you think for a second, but then when you think about what you got to go through to achieve that, I'm good.
I mean, we get some good
I'm a-
friends.
But that's like the ultimate ejaculation, no?
Right, and that's why you think about it like,
Would you try it?
what? I don't know. I'm not there yet.
You're not there.
I'm not there yet. I'm not.
What you waiting
Let me
for?
say I'm not there yet.
What you waiting for?
Maybe when I'm 50.
50?
Yeah.
Well, you about to go get your prostate
Maybe I'll
checked.
put.
Get you ready. Get you in the mood. Get you
Hey,
ready.
that would be hilarious though.
Get you ready.
You get your
baby.
prostate
Go.
check and
That
then
might
something
make
else
you more
happens.
comfortable.
Nah, but I don't know. I honestly don't, because it's a part of me still that is like not that comfortable with it yet.
Yeah.
Well, it's
You
a lot
know.
of men in Atlanta that is.
Hey man, look, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
A whole nother story.
So-
For a whole nother day. We're not gonna attack that one today.
Okay.
We
Everybody's getting
we
their
gonna,
gooch.
we gonna touch
checked.
sexuality a whole nother day, because that's
So
a
it-
big one. We're gonna need a 2-hour show for that one.
That's it.
Sexuality.
So you say no, that's not a go.
So
for you.
hold on, what's everybody's preference? You like men and women, or just
Man,
men?
how you gonna put me
I
out
said
there
no
like that?
first. We asking you first.
I like
It's coming
men.
as just men.
I'm single.
I never said nothing about you being single. I said, do you like men and women, or just men?
She's single.
My mama might be watching this.
Okay. You like men and women, or just men?
I played the fifth.
There you go. You can always
Oh,
do that.
man.
You didn't know you could do
But
that.
I like men.
did you?
I do like men. Yes.
Yes.
I do. A lot.
Okay.
Why you look like back over here like you waiting on something?
I'm just trying to
So
understand.
what's your
Okay,
preference?
what I'm about to
Who,
say.
me? Y'all already know, man.
How
I
we
like
know?
women. I like, you know what? I like different women,
Different.
right?
Okay.
Like that
So,
exotic.
I like thick,
Cold. They
thick
call
women,
them exotical.
slim. You know what I've been liking recently though?
What?
Short, like petite women. Come
You
on,
like
little
little people.
compact.
That with
Not
the
little
clothes size
people.
got a P on the end of it. Those
Huh?
kind of women, the ones that
You
got
like
the clothes
little
size
people.
with the P, like 8P, 6P.
What is that?
That means petite.
Oh, I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
you like little people.
Nah, what is wrong with you?
It's
I
okay.
saw
Little people.
I have watched porn with little people in it before though.
What was that like?
Well, no, just one little person, like a little person and a regular person. Yeah.
Do they
They
fit
do.
around?
I don't know about all that. Go look. Why don't you look it up on your own time? We got
I'm
Google.
totally gonna.
But
Let me put that in my notes.
Oh my goodness.
look it up. Yeah, there's little people porn stars. Yeah.
Oh my God. Their
Where's
booties
it?
are so fat. Like,
They heavy?
you can see that.
Are they heavy?
How would I know?
You sound like you might know.
How would I know?
You sound like you
All I'm saying is, how we go from me liking petite women,
To little
what that I found out that I like petite women, to me liking little people? What is going on here?
How tall are you?
I'm 5'7.5".
So they have to be little people.
You the half of that.
No, I am.
You the
And the
half
reason
of
why I'm saying that is because I said that at work, and they was like, "No, the hell you not. You like 5'4". I said, "Okay, grab a
Well,
tape
pretty
measure.
much. So you're not.
Grab a
too
tape
far
measure. We
from-
went to the wall,
it's 5'4".
draw it,
You definitely like little
5'7.5".
people.
Exact.
If
You gonna give
if
them a
you
half.
got
You
4,
can't
you
call them
definitely
little
like
people.
little people.
You're too close to their height. You can't call them.
Look, he gonna keep missing that part.
I'm just
Why are you doing
5'7".
that right
I'm
now?
not. No. That's not a bad thing.
I'm 5'6".
I'm 5'3" and a quarter.
Oh my goodness.
As long as your man, look, as long as your man is taller than you, y'all should be okay.
Yes,
My
'cause
man
I like
was
to-
Yo,
my man.
I was
listen,
at.
That's what I'm looking for. Because
What?
all my life I was with a
6'4",
short
6'5".
man. I'm looking for a
Yes, man
6'4".
wasn't taller than you.
No,
wasn't
he was
shorter than you.
Yes, he was.
With heels on, maybe, but not with
No,
flat
He was
footed.
shorter
He
than
was
you.
shorter than me.
How did that work out?
Mm.
I mean,
Did you like feel any kind of way having to look down at him?
only when we go out. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of,
I like tall women.
Well,
That's the thing
most
that's
men
crazy.
do.
most shorter men do.
Let me tell you something. I
My
saw
next
this.
man, I want him to be 6'4" and pick me up.
No,
I've never been
no.
picked up. You
Does
know
he
what
have-
Like,
Hold on.
no,
Oh, I'm
I've never
sorry.
been
Does-
picked
Oh,
up.
excuse me.
Hold
Like,
on.
I want somebody to pick me up, play with me, throw me.
Does he have to be straight?
What?
That's an important question. Because he could be 6'4", but he's not. Hey,
That wouldn't be her
Man,
man.
he's gonna be a play toy.
what?
No.
A lot of men walk around with beards. You don't know until you come home one day. And
And they pull that lace front off. You know they got the lace front beards now, baby.
Yes, and the lace front hair. You get braids.
Yes.
Hold on, let me see.
Let me find out.
Who's the great part?
Listen.
I gotta go get my damn.
So,
I thought about dying before I came, but I was like,
but
whatever.
yeah, I want somebody who's gonna pick me. I've never been picked up. I want to be picked up.
You never been picked up.
Like picked up, like thrown all kind
For
of
real.
action, like
No choke.
little choke on. You know, I've
Squeeze
always been
too
the
hard.
dominant one.
Well, damn, who you been fucking with? Shit, why you gotta be the dominant one?
I guess that's just always been the dominant one. I've never been.
You choked your man out.
I never,
Yep,
just, I
you
never
choked
had
him.
that. I never had that experience.
Mm.
Like I want a big man that I can
I've
play
been
wrestle
I've
with.
been choked once.
You like
Did
that?
you
And
ears
in
pop?
my no, I was like, man, what the hell you doing? That's not your job.
What?
You choked around your neck or your gooch.
Well, listen.
Yeah, but that's not your job. You're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be choking me.
No, I don't.
Why
No,
not? That's kind of well. Honestly, I think it's
well.
both.
Well, no,
both ways.
You're right,
Like you choke me, I choke you, and I don't know. You're been. Oh God.
Right.
Like choke and your ears pop.
Oh.
I can
You're
tell.
close to death.
I can tell it's been a while for you. You're having flashbacks right now. That's PTSD. That's not even. That's not even. I don't know what. That's PTSD. Sexual PTSD is what you have right now.
You think that's what it is?
That's what it is.
I-
Diagnosed.
but, okay, so look, my sister keeps saying I need to wait. I need to
Wait.
take time, learn,
No.
be. And I really
You get
care
stuck.
about what people. I don't know why I care what
You get
people
stuck.
think, but
You
I
get
don't
stuck.
want to be a hoe.
It's not about being a hoe. There's no such thing as a hoe
I think
anymore.
you need to take as
No
much
such thing as
time.
hoe anymore.
No.
I
no.
think-
Okay.
No.
I think you
So
need
I
to
can
take
go
as
out
much time
tonight
as you need
and-
to take.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you
if that's
give
what
me
you
okay
want
to
to do.
go bust it down,
Tell
you know?
it yes.
It's okay.
Just tell it yes.
Hey, you can go get stretched out.
Yes.
Oh my God! I wish you would have said this on the snow day. Listen, I would have been stretched out. Listen,
Oh God! Look, man, we appreciate everything that you guys do. I'm not editing it yet. I just gotta get out of this. I don't know. This vortex we're in right now is not cool.
You started it.
I know, right?
You did.
So it's okay.
I'm just nasty.
You
I think
didn't give me the okay yet.
No, it is okay.
Okay, tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm on the prowl.
I'm giving you the okay with him.
Okay.
Because it seems like you need it.
Okay, wait a minute. Where do you find men like this?
Well, that's
See,
another topic for another show.
The difference is,
I want to be able to walk in and be like, you, let's go.
see, there's place for men.
Okay.
Well, there's a place that you can go get some dick.
Well, then every place
Like
you
you pay
walk
for
in,
it?
you could get dick. No,
Oh, I thought you were talking about a
plate.
plate.
No.
Why? What if it's top quality?
No, shit, I get top quality for free.
Damn.
Shit.
What you mean, pay for it?
No.
So I can't even sell dick if I wanted to.
No.
Well, you should.
Oh,
want
white
to.
women.
No,
You should want
it's
to.
women out here that's
white
paying
women.
for it.
Yeah.
That's it.
You should go to the place. If that's the type of it's the place in
What place?
it's in Marietta on
That do what?
it's a little
You can buy pussy or you sell dick? Which
Wait a
one?
minute, hold up,
you get
baby.
paid. You get
What are we
paid
talking
for
about?
your services.
For real?
Yeah.
Man, give me the number. You're the contact
I didn't get it by
info.
GPS.
Hey,
please.
look. Let's see if I can squeeze it in. Nah, but
No. You don't have to pay for good sex. Women don't.
I don't feel like men should have.
But
to.
how do you know it's good?
Men don't. Well, you don't do. The
See, that's
test.
what I don't want to.
What?
I don't
Wait,
want to.
what?
I don't.
Test.
The people.
What PP
What
test?
you mean, big or small? Big. I know.
Yeah.
I know small weenies that be good, and I know
That's
some
true.
big. Me, honestly, big weenies
But
I don't like.
No.
Wait, what are we talking about right now? What happened here?
Like big
talking about,
penises.
What PP test are you talking about?
Like
Walk up and
all right. Say I'm just out feeling
Uh-huh.
a certain type of way. I want to
Right.
fuck. I want to
Okay.
fuck.
Okay.
So I want to do it depends on where we are. Like if we even at the bar, I'm gonna rub on his leg. You know,
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna gently rub my
Right.
hand right there and see what he's working with. Because by now
Because-
he has already feeling a certain type of way about me.
So you think.
he's a little
Right. Right.
No.
Oh.
Trust me, the PP test works.
So you're
The
saying
PP test works.
But
And
it
ladies, you could do it without being so obvious.
But
Okay.
it doesn't mean that he knows how to work it.
Yes.
But if you a woman and a good woman, you know what you're doing. You work it to
So
the
yeah.
Oh, you just need the length and
well,
the girth.
Okay.
pretty much.
All right.
Exactly. So yeah, the PP test.
So I can just use him.
of
And just
course,
mine.
if that's all
Okay,
you need,
so-
you just
okay,
do a
Make
little-
sure
here's
you
my
don't
thing.
spin your
This
hand
is-
on it.
Yeah, matter of fact,
Ooh,
and
yes.
then and for you,
what's going on in here right now?
because you've never been picked up, just ask him. Hey, can you pick me up?
Well, I was told I was too big.
No,
No.
fuck no. Sorry, excuse me. Hell no. No.
Because
such thing
I
as too
want
big.
somebody who can handle
Right.
all of this 175 and pick
Okay.
me up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just-
I listen.
Then don't go out there and get the little 124, 127
I
pound
want to
man.
be somebody
Don't
who
do
will
that.
pick me up and you know what I'm saying. And I don't know. I be watching so much. What is that movie that just went off for Valentine's Day? What is it? Gray.
The
Shades of Grey. 50
Shape. Yes, girl. I be
Oh.
watching those shows. and-
No, you need to
and
stop watching TV and get out.
So wait. So wait.
That's only a temporary fix.
Wait. Hold on. So just clarity for me, because I used to thought that you being able to get a woman to the point of orgasm or whatever, foreplay, all that building up, was more important than actual intercourse.
No, she should have been here last week because this is
No.
exactly what I was trying to tell you last
No.
week when I said
What?
women can do what you were saying last week that we
We
couldn't do.
off that. Y'all
But
can't.
but what I'm
whatever.
saying is it's no
What?
need for all the other stuff. We can get ourselves off.
Yeah,
So
With
so
you,
so
yes.
so is
Of
so
course.
totally.
so is that a preference that you have, that you want to get to it, or is there times where you want to do the whole romantic thing and the whole build up
Yes,
and all
yes,
that?
yes.
It's
Yes.
definitely time.
Like if I had a bad
But
day
sometimes
at work,
I
you
just
just
want to fuck.
I want to fuck.
I don't want that foreplay
Okay.
shit.
Excuse my language.
y'all realize I'm gonna sound like the bitch now. Y'all realize that we have feelings too, right?
Like if I come home from work, I had a bad day. I would love to just walk in and be like, he'd be like, bend over on the couch, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God.
Yes.
My day is great.
Yes.
But, you know, y'all want to, sometimes y'all be at the wrong time.
You want to kiss on my
Kiss
neck?
on my
and suck on my
neck.
titty and shit.
Look,
No,
no.
putting shit in the
Yeah,
phone.
grab my hair, call me something.
Trust me.
Y'all got me
like it
scared
like
right
that.
I'm scared as shit right now.
scared.
I am petrified right now. I don't know if I'm adequate.
No.
I'm trying to figure out if I'm adequate at this point.
But
Sometimes we
but don't
love
you,
that foreplay.
okay,
We
as a
love that.
man, don't that feel good to know you don't have to do all that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It
But
has to.
I tell you what the problem is, we don't know what's required.
Okay, so how
So-
about, I feel like it should be, if you're in a relationship, let's talk about it. Let's say when. Like, okay, baby, you know Wednesday be a hectic day at work. I would like to come home Wednesday. Let's don't talk. You bang me out and we good. Okay, baby, Fridays were good. I want to go wine and dine. You might have to set those time frames. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or
In
you
some
can just go-
relationships, because I'm just coming home, and if I want it, I'm taking it.
Yeah, because you should know your own.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm taking
Because
it.
I've
Yes,
always
I'm taking it.
look, I've always
like
been
that.
I've always been an advocate of whoever's hungry is cooked.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So just so that you don't, so that I'm not confused and you're not confused,
Yeah.
because when you be like, baby, I need you right now or whatever, however you choose to do it, then I know what's up. I know it's on.
So you know, if you know your spouse, you know you're watching the game, and she sit there and she look at you, she flip up that jersey and just sit on there. Don't even complain about the game.
Don't
Just
take
it.
nothing.
Oh yeah.
Just
She
watch
gonna
the
get
game
her
from the
word.
side.
What she gonna get? She's
Absolutely.
gonna be gone.
Because trust me, if she loves sports, she gonna be fucking the shit out you.
And
looking back
watching the
at that TV,
Steelers
like, oh,
play,
shit.
baby. Yes, because I am a diehard fan of the football.
This is a
What?
lot, man.
Oh,
Yes.
when I'm gonna have you on my show.
Yes, I
Hey,
like
look.
football,
Season.
baby.
Oh, yeah.
The Detox Podcast from fucking the football.
Ah, and that's how a woman mind works.
Exactly.
Hey, look.
Exactly.
I want to thank y'all for tuning in, man, for just being a part of this crazy, crazy roller coaster ride. Make sure you subscribe if you're on what is this, YouTube, and make sure you follow if you're on Instagram,
Did you answer the
and
question?
like and
We had a question on the YouTube.
did we?
You told her you was going to answer the question.
Oh no, I told her I was gonna mention that. She said, what did she say? Let me get the producer, Erica. Can you pull it up, please? Go to the YouTube channel and pull up that comment. No, she was. I think she was just pretty much giving some good feedback as to what she thought about the topic we had last week, which was what did we talk about last week?
We talked about a lot. We talked about
Anti-Valentine's.
Oh yeah, it was Anti-Valentine's.
Anti-love.
And as y'all see, I still got my red on white.
You
You
see,
represent Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
So did you have a good
Kinda,
Valentine's
sorta.
Day?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I had dinner with my son.
Okay, you?
No,
Me neither.
I did not.
I didn't either.
I was there to have a great time, and then other things happened, and it went all the way left. But I had a great. What's that? What do you call the day?
The day after. Oh, they call that the side chick day.
And that's
But
what
I'm
we're
not-
talking
Or
about.
side piece day. That was
Oh,
because
don't-
Well, then I
don't
had a
incriminate
good
yourself.
side piece day.
Please
I
don't
had a
incriminate
great, and that's how it was.
Don't
My
incriminate yourself.
Valentine sucked.
Leave the fence. Just
I
let-
watched
just say
movies
that.
and stayed. I was gonna go out and
That's
treat
good.
myself.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna take myself out and go out and treat myself and dress up. But then
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Never mind. I'll stay at the house. But the next day, side piece. I took
What you
myself out.
do?
I took
Do we
myself-
have time?
I
'Cause
took
I
my
wanna
own
know
side
what you
piece.
did.
I took myself out.
You did.
Yeah, went a little shopping, got my.
And then what?
Yeah.
That felt good.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, me
Just
and my
wish I
son.
could have
Me and my
ended
son
it
had
with
big
something
days.
else.
Mhm.
Wait,
Would have
what
been
now?
great. I wish I could have ended with something else.
I told y'all I rent out penis. Y'all just keep playing with it.
Who buying it though?
Oh.
I rents it out.
Oh.
Shoot,
Yeah.
I'm on a budget.
You just gotta
And,
make sure.
and penis is not part of my budget. What's your
No,
rate?
you just gotta make sure you rinse it off before you give it
rinse
back.
it
Well, penis is not part of my budget.
Yeah. So
No.
what you got? You can't find it.
It's in
Yeah,
the bottom
oh,
of
Jesus
the
Christ.
YouTube.
Anyway, shout out to what's her name? You know her name.
Niana.
Yeah, shout out to Deanna, the first
Niana.
comment ever for Detox Podcast. So we love you for
We
that.
gotta hang that
And,
out.
um,
You gotta hang that out.
Oh yeah, Detox in the DM. Make sure you go. Make sure you go to the DMs on Instagram. It's at Detox Podcast and just put your whatever you want us to talk about in the DMs there, and we'll if we like it, we'll talk about it. If we don't, probably wouldn't. But you know,
we are trying
real.
people. Right.
Just being real.
Wishful
But
thinking.
We talk about everything, right?
And try to stay on topic.
I
Yeah.
know, because
we wasn't on topic today, right?
So do
No,
men
we was
have
on.
a problem
We
with
got on
women
You never
Well,
answered
oh,
making
no.
more money? Yes or no?
Yes.
So I think no.
No.
I don't think a man have a problem with them making more money. Like I said, I think they have a problem with the way they're treated if she makes more money than you.
I just want you to be able to do some things.
What?
If I make more money than you.
What?
You want what?
What? Eat the box?
They should be doing that anyway.
No, I don't have a problem with nobody eating my box.
What? So what you need him to do?
I mean, but things like
Clean the kitchen. Have dinner ready.
No, I didn't say
No,
all
but-
that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say she said that.
I'm not asking.
Because he about to
I'm
turn
just-
to me. I didn't say that.
No, she's just asking. Like,
I
I'm just
said,
asking.
like, you
What?
know,
what?
still be able to, you know, take us out. You know, I shouldn't have to pass you anything. You know what I'm saying? Be the man.
But what if he can't?
Huh?
What if he can't?
Huh?
I think
I'm
a
just
man
saying.
should. I think a man should give whatever he can give well.
Yeah.
If all he got is dick, then do it well.
Fuck the shit out of
You know. I just happen to be
Every
smart.
day.
Most
Look.
people, most men that don't have jobs
Every day.
do have good penis.
So then, if you want, so you're saying if you want good dick, then you gotta have a broke man.
No,
I don't have to have him. I just gotta get
no,
some.
that's not what she's saying.
I just
What
wanna
did she
get
say
some.
then?
I just want to get some. I don't want you to be my man. We can't do all
We gonna
that.
take
Hey,
her.
look,
I'm
man.
gonna take her out.
Look.
I'm
That's
ready.
This is
She
Detox
ready.
Podcast.
We'll have dating in the detox another
Another time.
Oh, y'all
No.
gonna find me a date?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Y'all gonna
God.
ride with me? Because I'm scared. Because, you know, people are coming up
Yes.
missing. I don't want to be
No,
on
no,
the
no.
next
we
48.
not gonna do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So definitely check us out on all platforms, man. Subscribe. Do whatever it is you need to do to get at us. Also, we are looking for sponsors. Y'all are crazy. We are looking for sponsors. So, actually, we're not actively looking for sponsors. But if you want to sponsor, I mean, we're not gonna say no.
Not at
So
all.
holla at us. Hit us in the DMs. Y'all know what it is. The Detox Podcast.
Good night.
Bye. Looking for that. What is that? That can't kill, that can't hang, that.
Oh my God! What is wrong
I
with
thought you
you?
was gonna bust out in the dance.
Listen, cause
we
last
all-
time
You can
he gonna say about
you
bands
can
to make him dance.
Oh.
Look, I said I should have busted down right there. And you
I'm
should have pulled
on.
out some bands.
Hold on, I gotta send y'all money.